Hey, welcome to the Art of Relationship show, people. So I am going to be kicking it off very soon about the Art of Relationships show, and we are going to talk about uh foreplay and all those aspects, okay? So um I want to be able to talk about that. And my TikTok feed just went off. Sorry about the ads and everything. Okay. So I want to talk about what is going on and what is happening. My live access on TikTok is suspended. So hopefully on Instagram and everyone else, you're going to be able to see it. And I'll follow it up very soon. So I want to. Um, go after it. And anyways, talking about foreplay, and a lot of complaints coming up with that there's not enough foreplay. What is foreplay? One person's definition of foreplay is maybe somebody else's contradiction to what foreplay is. You can join in the live chats down below, and I want you to be able to kick off and I want you to be able to talk about foreplay and what that means to enhance your relationship and your sexual appetite. And I want to give a huge thanks to realityfantasy.com. Check them out. It's a reality based role play situation for your relationship and for your sexuality. And you can check them out. They're sponsoring this show and the rest of the shows this week. I'm going to be going live every day at noon Eastern time right here on all the listening viewing platforms. Okay. So check them out. And talking about foreplay situations, what is your definition of foreplay? And what do you want to increase? And I still get so many complaints from couples, and let's face it, primarily women that are complaining about their man is not that great at foreplay or is lazy. You can join in the live chat down below and to be able to talk about those type of aspects. Okay. So I want you to be able to go after, excuse me, and look at what is happening and what to jazz it up a little bit to what exactly is foreplay when you're talking about most people look at the acts, the physical pleasure aspects, right? But not only that, but what about the emotional enticement, the mental enticement? And is foreplay only for sexual appetite? Okay. Is it for the sexual scene, if you will? Or can you embrace foreplay throughout the day, throughout the week, and use it to entice your partner? And this works for both genders. Number one, you have to identify what foreplay is. What does it represent? And a lot of people look at, let's be honest, right? It depends on our mood. So, can we look at when it comes down to foreplay, what does it mean to you physically? Do you want more kissing? Do you want more touching, more caressing? Do you want more, let's face it, kissing, touching throughout the whole body? Maybe you want certain body parts to be kissed. Maybe you want more, kissing that they don't kiss your body, they kiss, or they just kiss your body, but you want more mouth to mouth, tongue to tongue kissing, those type of aspects. And I want you to be able to look at, what is happening and what is going on. Specifically what you want. Do you want more firmer touch when it comes to physical? Do you want more lighter touch, a little tease? Do you want to integrate maybe toys during foreplay? These are things that you can talk about and to entice and liven up your sexual repertoire, right? To enliven your not only the physical pleasure, which we're all for, right? But not only that, but it also enhances your mental and it enhances all your emotional aspects all in one, along with the physical aspect. Hey, Logan, I appreciate you joining in. Hey, Greg, if she wants it, I will give it. Is it had for me? Well, it just depends on what they want. I sort of got confused on that, Logan. So I agree. And this is where communication is huge. Everyone talks about relationships, and I talk about this, and I get calls all the time from couples that communication sucks, Greg. That we need help with communication. Oh, it's hard for me as well. It just depends on what they want. And it's hard. We might think our partner wants one thing, right? When it comes to foreplay, and our partner wants something else. Oh, we think we're doing something right, and they're not really into it, right? It's one of those situations, even during oral pleasure, that the woman might say, oh, I'm going to come, I'm going to come, I'm going to come. And then the man, right, or partner sort of changes it up, stops or increases the speed, slows the speed down. They're like, oh my God, I just lost it, because I'm telling you, keep doing what I'm doing, right? And that's where the communication comes in. And can you communicate? Definitely during foreplay or during intercourse, absolutely, right? And oh, I love this, I like that, I'd like you to do this, instead of criticizing. Don't, I hate that, don't do that, don't do that. You could say, I'd like it softer, I'd like it harder, I'd like it faster. That's it. That's it. Oh, baby. Right. And a lot of people look at foreplay and what are avenues that you can use for foreplay. Right. And I talk about the five senses, right? What can you do auditory, right? That we hear. Do you want to hear more risque talk? Do you want more loving, affirmative compliments, or do you want dirty talk, filthy talk? Again, these are these aspects about what hits you and what is very, very crucial, that entices you, that gets you more in the mood, mind, body, heart, and soul. So the auditory, do you want certain music? Some people might want country music. Oh, sorry. Or some people want to, they get all excited for foreplay and they want to hear AC/DC. And for the younger people, you might not even know who the hell AC/DC is, or Motley Crue. I'm a huge R&B, hip hop fan. I have been forever, even the younger. I'm not talking the new stuff, but the older, late 80s through the 90s stuff that gets you in the mood. You got, Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill, that type of thing. Jodeci, I could go Brian McKnight, Luther, Freddie Jackson. We could go on and on. What gets you in the mood? So when it comes to the auditory aspects, excuse me, my voice is shot. So to be able to trigger and to be able to hit that up and include the auditory aspect when it comes into foreplay. And as Logan mentioned, in hearing her, maybe you want to hear your partner moan, sorry, be able to moan in ecstasy and delight, and that they please something. Maybe you just want to hear, oh, I love that. I love that. And again, you need to decide and decipher what exactly foreplay means to both of you. Let's face it. And what you can do to entice it, right? Maybe foreplay is doing a little dance, you do a little dance running around the room type of thing. Maybe you can, maybe undressing each other as part of foreplay, and look at what those are. But undressing each other has to do with touch, another sense, right? What you touch, the fabric, maybe touching their body, touching their skin, and they're not even naked yet, right? Maybe part of that is also, what it feels, but the visual stimulation, what they look at. Are they staring eye to eye into contact? What their body looks like, what their facial expressions look like. But what about even incorporating taste into foreplay? And this can come after, right? You can bring in, fruit, chocolate. Everybody talks about strawberries or what your favorite flavor is. Maybe people use that are organically safe for the body, different syrups, different gels, that type of thing, to enhance not only what maybe chocolate feels like, right? Maybe on the body, right? Whipped cream gets sticky though, right? But not only what it tastes like, but what it feels like in the texture of each other's skin. So there's a lot of things to incorporate when it comes into these aspects. And not only, with the food or the gels or, like chocolate, that type of aspect, but what about the scent, right? Through the nose that you can look at, you know, what smells drive you nuts? What smells really kick up during foreplay, right? Maybe it's scented candles. Again, it could be fruit, chocolate. Maybe it could be wine. It could be your favorite drink or cocktail. Maybe champagne, whatever entices you and gets the senses going on all those levels can kick up the foreplay repertoire, right? And not only during, all this is geared up even before the sexual act, right? Everybody assumes with foreplay, but I highly, highly promote that foreplay can be done through a text message, right? Foreplay can be done a simple call. You know what? You might not even be at home or seeing each other, and you can have foreplay on these aspects. And foreplay can be a little nasty, dirty. Oh man, I can't wait to spanky you, right? Or it can be more loving. Man, I miss you. I love you. I can't wait to kiss you. I can't wait to hold you. It can be more romantic, and it can be more playful as well. It can be, that risque and raunchy, that dirty, oh baby, I can't wait to, right? So you can look at those elements and incorporate these into your relationship, into your sexual repertoire. But foreplay, what are you doing besides just a physical, like I mentioned, to kick on the mental, the emotional aspect? Man, I love how you dress. I love how you walk. Man, I just love your ass and how it looks, right? How many guys want to hear that? Everybody assumes it's for women, right? But do men want to hear compliments? Do they also want to hear, man, I love when you touch me. I love when you kiss me. I love the way you smell. I love the way you look. Oh, and even foreplay, right? Let's face it. How many people laugh and joke around and just get a belly burst laugh going, and it turns into sort of excitement, ecstasy? It gets you horny. Let's face it. So you can even incorporate humor and funny things and playfulness into your foreplay repertoire. And that can happen, even if you don't have sex, you can engage and enlighten that, and that kicks up the vibes even on a daily basis, people. Okay. So a lot of people use foreplay um to incorporate, oh, it's just going to have it during sex. But what do you do to entice that appetite, to build that appetite, throughout the week on a daily basis? Even little things, like I said, a compliment, text message, a phone call, even a little love note. Hey, you're beautiful. Man, I love the way you smell, the way you smile. It could be something so simple that is part of foreplay. And a lot of people don't even look at it as part of the foreplay repertoire. Logan, okay, just so people know, I'm not a pervert. I haven't had sex in 4 years, or ever. I know, and I know, Logan. My compassion goes out to you. I know, since your fiance passed 4 years ago, we both had sex at least once a day. LOL. That is awesome. But also, looking at, you had sex and you both were in it, and it's very difficult to move beyond that. Your soulmate, when they pass along, and it's very, very difficult to move from that. And are you able to incorporate and look at, hey, I want the good stuff from that, and can I have, and sort of ignore the bad stuff? And it's not about comparing, it's about what you want in the moment, and what do you want. And it's very, very difficult when you find your soulmate or your presumed soulmate and they pass away. And dealing with, a lot of couples, a lot of individuals that are in this situation, they lost their loved one, their person. And can you incorporate, what? Hey, what? I can have another soulmate. I'm a firm believer that maybe we have one soulmate for a given time, but I think we are open to, and I think we can be open to having a soulmate, a different soulmate, It may look different. It might smell different. It might, seem a little bit different, but they can be our soulmate again. And I don't think, we can have just one soulmate. Some people are, and I get it. I understand that. But when it comes down to when someone passes away from us, does that mean we can't look for that again? I don't believe that. It's about giving ourselves permission to be happy. And the one loved one that passed away, they want us happy. I would assume they want that and they want us to live our life. So, going back to the foreplay repertoire, do you look at also, what else incorporates foreplay? The mental aspect, the emotional aspect. We can look at, we talked about the verbal aspect, right? Looking at that, but not only that, what do you do to incorporate role playing as part of foreplay? And this week it's sponsored. The show, the Art of Relationship show, is sponsored. I'm very flattered and humbled. They reach out, and it is realizedfantasy.com. It is an audio platform. Okay. What happens is Realized Fantasy is a unique audio storytelling platform that allows two people, and you use your voice. You get to pick out, you have hundreds of options to look at of stories, of romantic foreplay stories, sexual stories that you can play into. And it's a unique new platform out there that you record your voices, right? Your partner records their voice and they give you a script. So there's really no work, right? And you can act seductive and sultry. Maybe you want to be more playful, that type of situation. So you record your own voices and then you're able to listen to it and sort of act along, and you're your own actors within this domain. So you get to act and hear your own voices and get to incorporate it into a role play scenario, right? And you can check this out under realizefantasy.com/Greg, me, Greg. So check them out, okay? And Realize Fantasy programs, the Realized Fantasy programs, my apology, stars you and your partner as the main characters. Woohoo! By weaving your voices as leading characters with their professional narration. You're pulled into a new fantasy identity in the unfolding plot. So you get to role play, you get to act in these plots, and they have hundreds and hundreds, and they add, tens per month underneath your program. Okay. So they got, here we go, with over 100 programs to choose from and dozens added monthly. You'll always find a new fantasy to experience with your loved one. So it's sort of cool. And you could do this every night. I think it's awesome. It's a fantastic program. Okay. So you get to enjoy the initial 7 programs completely free. Okay. With no sign up, no strings attached. Okay. And you get, if you want, you get full access to all the programs for just $9.95 a month. So under $10 a month, with a 30-day free trial as well if you don't like it, okay? So just go to realizedfantasy.com/Greg, Greg. It's, I love it. It's a fantastic platform, fantastic program. So check it out, and you can get the link. I got it in the descriptions of the show on Facebook, YouTube, every platform out there. Okay. So check it out. And it's realizedfantasy.com/Greg. And you can check out all the deals and the special promotions and everything going on. What a way to entice your relationship and your sexual repertoire. You don't have to have a script. They come up with it for you. It's a freaking hilarious, not only hilarious act, but it is a dynamic, just enlightening piece, and that can help entice your relationship and your sexual repertoire in your marriage as well, and bring you closer together. Plus, when I said hilarious, you get to have a little fun with it. You might be able to laugh and you're acting all serious. So go after it, okay? And enjoy it. So check it out again, one last time, realizedfantasy.com/Greg, Greg. And going back to the foreplay aspects as role playing, maybe you wanted to role play in, the old scenario, the pickup scene at a bar or at a restaurant. Maybe you're at a fast food restaurant. Oh, yeah, I'll be your Big Mac, baby. That type of situation. So can you, or however you want to role play, maybe you're in a park somewhere and you just bump into each other, or you're role playing in a grocery store and you run into each other in a car. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Boy, man, I just love the way your chest looks. Oh, I mean, the way your eyes are, smiles. Oh man, look at his arms, man. Your arms are, oh my God, they're so huge. There's ways to incorporate, foreplay, and it doesn't have to just be during or prior to sex, right? It can be fun and entertaining and role play actions throughout the week, throughout the day. It's just being able to talk about it and communicate. And a lot of people are still afraid to bring up, hey, I'd love to try this. I'd love to have this. And I want people to get away from that shyness or the fear of hurting their partner, right? Hurting their feelings or maybe even pissing them off. And it's not about critique. It's not about criticizing. It's about being able to learn and understand what foreplay means to you, to your partner, what you would like to try and what you don't want to try. And you can even, talk about it. I like this. I dislike this. And you can look at the body parts as well if you're talking to physical. I want my buttocks kissed, licked, whatever. I want my legs, my inner thighs. I want my under, my underarm, my tricep region is very sensitive, right? So there's a lot of things you can go after and talk about, what you want licked and sucked and kissed and nibbled, caressed, firm, slow. So kick up the foreplay repertoire. And again, it's not just before sex. You can use foreplay every day to entice your relationship and your partner. Simple compliments, affirmations. A simple text takes 5 seconds, 10 seconds, right? A simple phone call. Man, I just love your eyes. Your smile just frickin' puts a fire throughout my whole body. There's little things you can do, and it's about being genuine, not about being fake. It's about being what you feel in that moment, but bringing those moments and taking a little time, just a few seconds out of each day to incorporate. And this is actually a form of foreplay. So check it out. Okay. So check it out. And again, check out realityfantasy.com/Greg and check out that for the special promotions. And what a great way to incorporate your role play. If you ever wanted to be a radio or a movie star or, theater star, and you can audio role play this, what a dynamic device. Okay. So check that out and check out my website, theartofrelationships.org. And the new website should be up pretty soon, within a couple days, I hope. So I appreciate everybody. Again, I'm going to be live with various topics throughout this week at 12 noon Eastern time, all through Saturday. So peace and love to everybody out there. Everybody take care and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, people. Take care. Hey, everybody.